I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, it's true, snow is coming to Tennessee this weekend, and a lot of it, but chances are Chattanooga won't see any. More than a foot of snow is expected to fall on the peaks of the Smoky Mountains tonight. So here's what we're looking at. Everything in pink is a winter storm warning, where the most snow is expected. Everything in purple is under a winter weather advisory. That's 1 to 3 inches of snow. And the light blue counties represent a freeze watch, which will remain in effect through November 2nd. A LaFayette Georgia man was killed in a house fire Thursday morning. 60-year-old Peter Whittenberger died in the fire at Round Pond Road. Authorities say the fire was caused by a malfunctioning wood stove in the living room. No smoke alarm was found in the home. The fire has been ruled as accidental. A man in Spring Hill, Tennessee recently awoke to an unwelcome surprise. Someone was sitting naked in his hot tub. The man called 911 and officials arrested 27-year-old Matthew Krybaum. According to Krybaum's Facebook page, he was a student at the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga. He's been charged with trespassing and indecent exposure. Authorities say drugs and alcohol were not a factor in the incident. There's still no word on why he was in the hot tub. The Bradley County Sheriff's Office has announced its largest burglary bust in a decade. Deputies were responding to a theft call on October 19th when they pulled over 23-year-old Cody Shane Hardman. His vehicle was carrying high-end landscaping equipment and power tools that had been reported stolen. Now he's the key suspect in close to 100 burglary and theft cases around the Cleveland and Polk County area. Authorities say many of the stolen items are now being returned to their rightful owners. A traveling salesman has been arrested and charged with impersonating a doctor. Police say he tried to examine a woman who was interviewing to be his personal assistant. The 23-year-old woman answered his ad and met him at his hotel in Alcoa, Tennessee. Officials say 60-year-old Robert McCollum invited her up to his room, made her a drink, and repeatedly asked her to change into a t-shirt so he could examine her. The woman refused and was taken to a hospital because she felt the man had drugged her drink. McCollum was charged with 2 counts of impersonation and set free on a $50,000 bond. Ground has broken on a new $10 million assisted living facility on Lookout Mountain. The village at Brownwood is just inside the northern boundary of Dade County. The idea came from Frank Brock, who served as president of Covenant College for 16 years. After all, some found it tragic that you could live on Lookout Mountain all your life, but be forced to spend your final years someplace else. The village is expected to open in about a year. Finally, U.S. Senators Lamar Alexander and Bob Corker will host a discussion on Ebola in Chattanooga today. The two will meet with health officials to discuss how prepared the state is in the case of an Ebola outbreak. The event is scheduled for 2 p.m. at CHI Memorial Hospital. Turning to weather, we'll see rain today before 7 p.m. and a high near 58 degrees. The low tonight will be around 33. That's it for today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.